Good evening, Oswego, and welcome to WTOP 10 Monday Night News, your connection to Oswego and beyond. I'm Alex Rusilla.
And I'm Samantha Damasio. Today is Monday, November 29th, and this is your news, sports, and weather, all before the first commercial break. Let's take a look at your top stories. 10 News starts now.
Rescue teams are looking for a man who jumped off the Utica Street Bridge into the river. Just after 3 in the afternoon, police and fire departments responded to the scene. The city's rescue boat was en route but was unsuccessful in reaching the victim before he disappeared under the water. The victim was last seen floating in the water north of the Captain's Quarters Hotel, police were saying. Police were asking anyone with information to call the number 342-8120.
An Atlanta businesswoman has accused GOP presidential candidate Herman Cain of having an affair with her that lasted nearly 14 years. Wolf Blitzer from CNN sat with Herman Cain during that breaking news. Blitzer turned to Cain and asked him this.
Your relationship with this woman?
Friend, and trying to help a friend because not having a job, etc., and this sort of thing. That's all there is to the relationship. And here again, I don't know what's going to be claimed in the story. It was someone who was supposed to be a friend, but obviously they didn't see it as a friendship.
Now, when you say friend, was it I mean, I'm asking, these are awkward questions, but I'll ask you the questions you're going to be asked. Was this an affair?
No, it was not.
There was no sex?
No.
None?
No.
It was actually kind of warm today, kind of unseasonably. I didn't need a coat or anything,
I know, it's
actually.
kind of scary in a way how it can be so warm when December is right around the corner.
And now we're going to go outside with meteorologist Steve Travis.
Good evening, I'm meteorologist Steve Travis outside the campus center right now. Currently looking at 45 degrees out here. It is quite a warm night out here right now. We do have a couple of passing showers moving into the region. You can see those on our weather tab radar if you take a look. Right now they're mostly south of us, but those will start to impact the region throughout the night, especially more into tomorrow. I'll have more details on that coming up. But for tomorrow we will have some rain, Wednesday still rain, and Thursday more rain and getting cooler. I'll have your full details coming up in my full forecast in about 10 minutes. Back to you guys.
The family of a student who died after a suspected marching band hazing incident says the school has a culprit of a cover-up.
And now the family's lawyer is promising to sue. Emily Schmidt has the details of the deepening scandal.
Robert Champion's mother says whenever her son marched in the band, his passion made it easy to pick him out of the uniformed crowd.
That was his life. You couldn't take him out of that band.
But the 26-year-old Florida A&M University drum major died after a game November 20th. The Orange County Sheriff says hazing was involved, and now Champion's family claims the school is trying to cover up a history of hazing.
We've got to expose this culture, and we've got to eradicate the culture, and that's why we're filing this legal action.
The medical examiner has not said what killed Champion. After his death, the university president fired the band director and suspended all performances while investigating alleged hazing.
I am committed to making certain that we end this practice here at Florida A&M University.
Monday, the former band director said the university didn't do enough.
If some strong actions have been taken, then Robert Champion may well be alive now.
The band has a reputation of excellence, even marching in President Obama's inaugural parade, but it has had problems in the past. The university president has said at least 30 band members were already let go this semester because of possible hazing. Florida's governor wants the state to join the investigation. Under state law, involvement in a hazing death can be a third-degree felony. Robert Champion's mother says she's doing what she thinks her son would have wanted, hoping to keep others in the band from getting hurt while doing what they loved. In Washington, I'm Emily Schmidt.
And that just goes to show you, you really have to watch out when there's anything with hazing, whether it's, too much water, drugs, alcohol, anything like that.
And in a marching band.
The parents and the teachers and the staff have to be the ones that are ultimately the ones looking out for the greater good.
Yeah, and protect that from happening. And a marching band, that's crazy to me.
Colombian drug trafficker responsible for shipping tons of cocaine to the U.S. through Central America and Mexico has been captured in Venezuela. According to MSNBC, the U.S. has offered a $5 million reward for information leading to the arrest of Maximiliano Bonilla Orozco, also better known as Valenciano. He was on Colombia's most wanted list. Colombian authorities say that Bonilla was captured on Sunday. The information was later confirmed by Colombian President Juan Manuel Santos, who was in Venezuela while meeting with President Hugo Chavez.
A blast at a hotel in the southern Philippines on Sunday killed 3 people and wounded 27. The explosion took place at the Italiano Pension House in Zamboanga City. A bomb squad was sent to the area, though their work was initially delayed due to a fire that was followed by an explosion. Among the injured were several wedding guests. The mayor plans to meet with investigators to determine a cause.
Now, earlier in the day and yesterday, we've had more events that have been coming out of Syracuse with Bernie Fine. I know they were looking at his house, looking through his stuff, and I believe he was recently let go. So we're going to
turn it over to Maria Erda for a look at our sports updates.
Syracuse men's basketball assistant coach Bernie Fine was fired Sunday night. A tape recorded in 2002 confirmed Fine's wife was aware of the molestation taking place inside of their home. After the conversation regarding the allegations was released, a third man stepped forward accusing Fine of molesting him 9 years prior. Syracuse terminated Fine immediately. Despite the long-term relationship between Fine and head coach Jim Boeheim, Boeheim is completely supporting the decision made by Syracuse University in the firing of Bernie Fine. And now back to the desk.
Manslaughter and other charges against Aaron Sekron go to trial. The prosecutors facing him will include DA William Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick joined the assistant DA in court this morning as the county judge arraigned Sakharin on charges handed down last week by a grand jury in the October 5th hit-and-run death of Joseph Azamek. Outside of court, Fitzpatrick spoke for a few minutes with Azamek's family and their lawyer. They stood about 50 feet down the corridor from where Sakharin and his family were speaking with the judge.
The cause of 2 separate fires that raged through Oswego County this weekend remain under investigation. The fire that occurred in the town of Mexico came after an explosion inside the home. The other fire on Sunday morning was at a home in the town of Granby. No serious injuries were reported as a result of either incident.
We could possibly break a record tomorrow. What is it? I'll tell you in about 5 minutes.
You're watching WTOP, your home for Laker hockey.
News Canales Week is sponsored by Canales Restaurant, located at 156 West Utica Street. Dine in, take out, or delivery on and off campus. 315-343-3540 or online at canalesrestaurant.com.
SUNY Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Get your Smokey on. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
academic students will open a free exhibition of their work on December 9th. It's Not What You Think will open with a free reception from 5 to 7 at night at the downtown branch of the College store. This will run through January 28th, and Oswego State's downtown is open noon to 5 on Wednesday, 10 to 6 for Thursdays and Fridays, and 11 to 5 on Saturday. Besides student art, the retail outlet offers SUNY Oswego apparel, local items, and event tickets.
The Oswego College Community Orchestra will be performing on Thursday, December 8th. The program will be held at the Great Hall of the Church of the Resurrection at 7:30 in the evening. The program will feature music from Vivaldi, Haydn, Mendelssohn, and more. Student, faculty, and community musicians will perform for the benefit of the group's Orchestra College Fund. Donations will be accepted. College students seem somewhat educated and uninterested in world politics.
With the upcoming presidential election less than a year away, Jimmy Canale shows us an easy way to become better informed and more involved.
Hello everybody, this is Jimmy Canale here from WTOP Monday Night News. Well, this is my last week on air until next semester, so today I wanted to discuss with you the importance of political science and political ideologies. In today's society, where the younger generations would much rather watch American Idol and Dancing with the Stars instead of the presidents of the United States, it's extremely scary because politics is important. So today I'd like to show you online the world's smallest political quiz, which will help you determine your political ideology and your political thinking. So the first thing you want to do is go on Google's homepage and then type in world's smallest political quiz. You can see it comes up right there in the search bar. And go on www.theadvocates.org/quiz, which is a libertarian website. And it'll give you a very short quiz, 10 questions, and you have to agree or disagree, and then that will determine your political thinking. I know many of you may think politics is a boring subject, but it's not, and it can be very interesting if you put the time and effort into learning something about politics. So please take that quiz, and next semester when I see you on WTOP, hopefully you'll have a better understanding of the subject. Thanks a lot. I'm Jimmy Canale.
I've actually taken that quiz a couple times in the past. It changes every time, but you know, with college, you change your views. So.
I haven't. I will definitely have to get on there and check that out and test my skills.
Now, we already saw the weather with Steve earlier, so we're going to see if he has anything different coming up. We have maybe snow in the forecast, because I know it's almost December, Christmas.
Keep it away.
Hopefully not.
Give
Steve,
us some good news.
Good evening, I'm meteorologist Steve Travis with another look at your weather here. While on the radar right now, a few spotty showers will start to move into our area, but we really don't have too much to worry about tonight in the form of rain right now. For our current conditions, we do have a couple of showers, like I said, moving in. Wind east 5 miles per hour, not really that strong tonight, and a temperature of 45 degrees. That is very mild for this time of the year in late November. Today we saw a high of 58 degrees, well above average. Right now our low 45 degrees, which is what it is currently. And looking across New York State, you can see that we have many 40-degree temperatures across the area. New York City is the warm spot in 58, and Buffalo is a little bit cooler at 43 degrees. But in general, across the state, high 40s, lower 50s. So it is quite a mild night, which will continue into tomorrow because of this low pressure system right here. It is spinning off of, well, it's centered around Tennessee and Kentucky right now, but it will start to pump this warm, moist Gulf air into our area tomorrow, and we will see highs well above average. We might even reach our record of 66 degrees, which was set quite a while ago. So it is well above average for this time of the year. And again, this system will bring quite a lot of rain for tomorrow and especially for Wednesday into the area. And then it will start to cool down later into the week. So if your futurecast tomorrow, you see some of those showers are going to hold off at 8 in the morning. We will just see mostly cloudy skies for much of your walk to class tomorrow if you have an 8 a.m. class. Around noon, lunchtime, a couple of scattered showers. Those will start to work their way into our area from western New York, and this whole system is going to push up from the south. So by 4 p.m. tomorrow, we're talking about some heavier rain, which will continue into Wednesday. Much of this moisture is going to work its way into our area, and much of central New York will see at least ½ an inch of rain. But it will be warm, which we'll get into in a minute here. So overnight, a low of 44 degrees, still mild, possibly a spotty shower passing through the region. Tomorrow we will see a high of 64 degrees. Our record temperature was 66, so we may come close to that tomorrow afternoon. We will have those showers moving into the area as well. And Wednesday, we still have a high of 48 degrees, which is quite mild for late November. Rain is likely and very windy throughout most of the day. Winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. It could gust as high as 30 miles per hour at some times, especially if you're at higher elevations in central New York. So for your extended forecast, warm and rainy for Tuesday and Wednesday. It'll start to dry off Thursday and Friday. Into our weekend, you'll see some sunny skies, mids in the mid to upper 40s for our temperatures for this weekend.
So Steve.
Yes.
During what you're doing your weather, Sammy and I have a bet going.
Yes.
Thursday we saw how there's only a couple of raindrops. We think that I could dance through them without getting in the way of any of them. Like Wednesday, it's all coming down like crazy. I'll get hit like crazy. You know what I mean?
Probably dodge them. I mean,
you think could you go in between
keep
them?
my umbrella in my bag.
Definitely.
And avoid getting.
You know, wear a heavier jacket that day too. We could see a couple of snowflakes mixing in. It is that time of the year where we have highs in the low 40s, so we could get some snow here, especially along the lake shore here. So
that was actually another point I had. A lot of kids, they come up, Santa Claus, the reindeer, snow.
Yeah.
If there's no snow, how do you convince your children of Santa Claus? And I know you're only a meteorologist. Your degree is not in child psychology. But what wisdom do you have if you were a parent?
I would say hold out for the snow. We're only in November. We've seen this before, folks, and it could definitely get a lot cooler into December. We could see a lot heavier snow late December especially. You can never really tell here around the Great Lakes. You can get a lot of snow really quickly.
Usually I decorate the day after Thanksgiving, but with no snow, it's hard to get into the holiday spirit. So I have to, crank the music extra high.
I think we will
forget
have
that there's no snow
We'll
out
have
there.
good holidays. And with that, I thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, and when we come back, we will have Amy Adamczyk, but first take a look at your late night menu. Yeah.
This is going to be the worst segment ever, everyone.
That's okay. This has been the worst newscast ever.
Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
SUNY Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
10 News Canales Week is sponsored by Canales Restaurant, located at 156 West Utica Street. Dine in, take out, or delivery on and off campus. 315-343-3540 or online at canalesrestaurant.com.
Got a good thing going and I wanna see it. Oh, no, no, no.
Hi, we're Real Big Fish.
And you're watching WTOP 10.
Like the number.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Now we'll hear from Amy Adamczyk with your wellness updates.
All right, thanks, Sam. With winter weather quickly approaching, sometimes keeping warm in Oswego is hard to do. Here are some tips on how to keep either your dorm room or off-campus house warm without raising the heating bill. About 45% of energy in homes are attributed to heating. First, make sure all windows are properly closed. If air is leaking through, you can either use a t-shirt or a towel. The same goes with doors. You can purchase weather stripping at a local hardware store or make your own draft blocker to use at the bottom to keep warm air in. Also, setting up heavy curtains with an insulated backing can block drafts from both windows and doors and keep the heat in. Cooking, lighting candles, and cuddling with a warm blanket are also great ways to stay warm throughout these upcoming winter months. That's all for your wellness tips tonight. I'm Amy Adamczyk.
You know what else I noticed works fantastically? A Snuggie. You can't beat it.
I don't have a Snuggie, but
They have them in just about every pattern now. So.
get a camo Snuggie.
A serious thing I have though, when they're like door socks or whatever, you put them under the door. They sell them, I mean, online. The TV infomercials, they're great. You just put them under the door. Like my door in my apartment has like probably a 3/4 of an inch gap between the carpet and the physical wood structure. So we're gonna have to invest in one of those, or else we're gonna lose crazy.
We don't really have that problem at my house. My roommate actually has to put a towel over her heater because she gets too much heat in her room. I'm like, share with me.
Well, we'll do another segment on people who are too warm in winter for the 4 people that are like that.
I have a draft coming in from my room.
Longtime Congressman Barney Frank says he's retiring. He made the announcement today during a news conference. Frank said he made the decision in part because of Massachusetts' recent redistricting changes. The liberal Democrat has served the Bay State in the U.S. House for more than 30 years since his election back in 1980. He was instrumental in ushering the Wall Street bailout through Congress in 2008, and Frank is one of the first openly gay members of Congress.
The teenager who tweeted negative remarks about Kansas Governor Sam Brownback says she shouldn't have been asked to apologize. During a field trip to the state capitol last week, Emma Sullivan tweeted, "Just made mean comments at Governor Brownback, told him he sucked in person." Sullivan says CNN during a phone interview that it was all a joke and that she didn't actually talk to Brownback. Someone on Brownback's staff saw the tweet and notified the school. Sullivan says she was called into the principal's office and asked to write a letter of apology, but she won't have to. In fact, the governor apologized to her. In a statement issued today, Brownback said his staff overreacted and that he supports freedom of speech.
Roger Federer made history in London on Sunday after winning the ATP World Tour Finals for a record 6th time. Federer finished his season strong with the win over Joe-Wilfried Tsonga, 6-3, 6-7, 6-3. This was the final tournament of the season, featuring the top 8 best players in the world. On Tuesday, Federer, ranked number 3, beat number 2 Rafael Nadal 6-3, 6-0, making it one of Federer's most ample matches against Rafa. This was Federer's 3rd consecutive ATP championship. Houston Texans quarterback Matt Leinart will miss the remainder of the season due to a fractured collarbone. Leinart was making his first start since 2009 after replacing Matt Schaub, who broke his foot on November 13th. Despite the injuries, the Texans have an 8-3 record after Sunday's 20-13 victory over the Jags. Head coach Gary Kubiak isn't ruling out any potential free agents to take over as quarterback. Even 42-year-old Brett Favre is on his list of possibilities. The Oswego State men and women's basketball teams will be playing at home on Friday night and Saturday afternoon. The women play at 6 o'clock at Laker Hall on Friday, with the men following right after at 8 p.m., going up against Potsdam. Both teams currently have a 3-1 record going into Friday's game. The women will be ready to play again on Saturday, this time against Plattsburgh at 2 o'clock, with the men playing at 4. And that's it for sports. Now back over to the desk.
And when we come back, we'll take a look at the lighter side of the news.
But first, take a look at your community calendar. Stay tuned, you're watching
Get your Smokey on. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
SUNY Oswego MBA program helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
The forest is precious. One careless act caused by people and its beauty could be gone for a lifetime. Protect our friends in the forest.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
A Texas couple is getting married after meeting 3 years ago while waiting in a Black Friday line. Trevor McDonald and Jesse Pierce Felice were looking for a lot of things while sitting in the rain outside of a Hearst Super Target 3 years ago, but the one thing they were not expecting was to find each other. After realizing the bum was actually a hard-working college student, Pierce Felice decided to give him a chance. The pair found themselves wrapped up in conversation over the next several hours, and when the doors finally opened at 6 in the morning, they exchanged numbers, and 2 years later, McDonald proposed.
The giant tree that will sit in the front lawn of the U.S. Capitol building is expected to arrive in Washington today. The 60-foot red fir was cut down earlier this month from the Stanislaus National Forest in California. Since then, it's been driven more than 4,500 miles across the country in the back of a flatbed truck. The tree lighting is scheduled for December 6th.
And now in your 2-minute weather, we're going to take a look at what we have coming up with Steve Travis.
Well, for tomorrow, it's going to start out, we're going to see mostly cloudy skies to start out with. 52 degrees. It will be quite mild tomorrow. Going to get up all the way to 64 by 2 o'clock. And by then, we will start to see some rain showers moving into the area later throughout the day, which will hang around on Wednesday as well. It's going to cool down as well on Wednesday. But as far as tomorrow goes, we're going to have a very warm day out there. It'll be quite nice, except for the rain showers moving in later on in the day.
So is this something, I mean, I know that a lot of us are talking about global warming. Do you think this is realistically one of those things where, you know, in end of November, it's 65 degrees or 64 degrees? Is that?
You know, these are pretty natural things to happen. Global warming, you'll see that over the long term. You can see that over 10-year spans maybe. But as far as right now, this is pretty typical. This does seem to happen from time to time. You know, some years we'll have really, really cold temperatures right now. Other years we'll have much warmer spells like we are in right now. So this does typically happen throughout the year.
I remember my first year was mild, and when I came in, I was expecting snow, mounds of snow, right after break. But we had a decent freshman year, and then last year we got slammed going back to.
Yeah, we had. I can remember we had a foot of snow coming back from Thanksgiving break one year.
Yeah, so maybe it's in every other.
You know, it can go either way.
Now I know also we have in the world of sports, my man Eli Manning taking on Drew Brees down in Louisiana now. Last time I checked, it was 21-3. I don't know what the score is now. I don't know if we have any updates from you at all.
I can't tell you. I need a TV here.
I need a TV here too. Tell me about it. I wish I was the one watching TV, but they put me on today. They may go on vacation.
I'm feeling pretty good about the game though. So we'll see.
So we got finals week coming up in another week. Are we going to be studying, or are we going to be like broadcasting students?
I mean, the 25 days of Christmas is on, so it's kind of hard with all these Christmas movies. I just want to watch everything.
Well, you got to sit on the couch, watch the movie.
With the Snuggie. Sit on the couch with the Snuggie, with the door sock. With the door sock.
Snuggie to Snuggie.
You have to get the door sock, though. That's the. If you don't get the door sock, then you get. It doesn't matter if there's snow outside, snow inside. You need the door sock. That's just how it is. Well, that's going to do it for us here on the Wednesday night news team. For the 10 News team,
I'm Maria Erda.
I'm Steve Travis.
I'm Samantha Damasio.
And I'm Alex Drusilla. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great night and tune in tomorrow night.